Okay. All right. So, good morning and good evening according to the time zones we all are in. So, my name is Reshmi. I lead the pre-sales and bid management team for PacteraEDGE. I welcome you all to the webinar on PacteraEDGE's cognitive platform and its adaptiveness for COVID-19 readiness. I'm glad you took time to help understand where our cognitive computing platform or intelligent automation offerings could help you position them to our respective customers. I'm thoroughly obliged to be anchoring this session, and let me place some ground rules before we start the session. To have a smooth flow of the meeting, all the participants will be on mute. However, you could post your questions in the chat window, which we will take it up during the end of the session. So coming to this session, so this is to understand Cindy, which is an intelligent platform. Cindy stands for Cognitive Intelligence through Data and Experience. This is a new cognitive computing platform rollout embracing the need for application of complex AI-based prefabricated algorithms to business outcomes for our potential customers. I'm sure you would like to know who is the brain behind it. So let me introduce to the brain behind this intelligent platform, Mrinal Chakravarti. He is a DISC team solution engineering leader. He specializes in architectural advisory to our customers to architect intelligence business applications over the PacteraEDGE cognitive platform. He has been helping many Fortune 500 customers to take their leap onto harnessing practical AI for renewed business outcomes. He shall be speaking of his experience through his work across the globe with 16 plus years of experience. Joining him is one of his team member, Krishna Charan. He has 6+ years of experience in helping customers to do intelligent automations transformation. He's designated data scientist in the DISC team and shall be helping us with a demo of social distancing monitoring solution components, which is one of the important factors now looking at the current situation of COVID. So I welcome you all once again to this session and hope you will profit from the session we thoroughly, as much as we thoroughly enjoyed putting it together for you. So let's go ahead with that, and I shall get back to you around the conclusion. As mentioned earlier, please post your questions in the chat panel, and I shall be monitoring them and bringing them during the end of the session. Thank you so much. Over to you, Mrinal.
Thank you very much, Reshmi. As per our organization, Reshmi, who was just speaking to you, leads the pre-sales and the bid management function of the DISC, which Reshmi just implemented, that it is the Digital Innovation Solutions and Consulting arm of PacteraEDGE, headed by Dinesh. So I, myself, Mrinal Chakraborty, Reshmi, and Nishant, who leads the marketing team. We are the leads for the Digital Innovation and Solutions and Consulting team, wherein today this whole webinar has been brought to you by this team's collective effort to put across our best foot for helping our customers and our partners to lend them our experience in designing cognitive platform toolkit solutions for their practical business outcomes. So with me, I'll be joined by Krishna, as Reshmi told you. And let's take a dive after I introduce the team. Thanks, Reshmi, again. So let's get going with this. So increasingly, enterprises are seeking partners to achieve business outcomes. Now, there are two major reasons why we see this, because it is getting harder to look inside the business and churn up a team and start moving the creation of the disruptors. That's the reason why that's the primary reason why businesses are looking to the partners, because it's a bit easier to do from outside in. The second reason is that the disruption which has been created by the digital technologies, the partners are actually servicing about 12 to 15 clients at any given time with these disruptive technologies. And often a large conglomerate relies upon the experience of the partner working with multiple domains, multiple talent groups, multiple industries to come and help them shape their key digital disruptors. Um, so basically, the incumbent company or the large conglomerate that we have been talking to some of them, they have been actually looking at how do you change the business, how do you create disruption within the organization as well as for the client, so that the market could be expanded, and the new age millennial workforce that is coming to the work to the work feel that they are not technologically handicapped when they move into a very large organization like this. They get the same appeal of working with apps, very intelligent platforms that they have been used to while they have been growing up in their careers. So this becomes the key areas for collaboration. Then becomes market expansion, the speed to market, increasing sales, better services, product enhancement and innovation, which I call as disruption, and risk mitigation becomes the larger focus of changing the way the business is getting through with this disruptions, especially in the post-COVID scenario where the business has to relegate out of a massive induced slumber, and businesses have to come up and start valuing each dollar they start spending on investments. So the enterprises are leveraging the digital levers. This is not a surprise for anybody. We Most of the backgrounds that we come from, we have been interacting as key partner interaction touch points where training, onboarding, product servicing related, and giving ongoing support and resolutions. But during this complete journey, um, it is becoming the onus of partners to push the transformation agenda. Um, it is increasingly coming up. We have been called increasingly to start help. How do you modernize the complete enterprise by application of cognitive technology, mobility, RPA, chatbot, cognitive analytics, and how do you look at completely transforming the enterprise use of data, enterprise harnessing of data, and rather how do you create the journey so that the enterprise starts monetizing the whole data which it has been collecting all through. So we have been called for these discussions more often, and we feel that it is our onus to help our clients to move up. And this is some of the knowledge we want to bring into this webinar, and how have we been helping our clients with some of the solution toolkits that we have been POCing and demoing and piloting with some of our clients going forward. As we go talking about going forward, as we are establishing the relationships with much of our clientele, we have to be very frank, we have more than 21 years of experience working with Ali Cloud, more than 25 years working with Microsoft on the engineering front. So we have been having very strategic collaborations with large organizations in the transformational journeys, along with our go-to partners. So we have been actively speaking to our customers over strategic collaborations, co-innovating between the two teams, then joint objectives with interlinked profits and losses, outcome-based partnerships, and things like that, which are the new themes of collaboration, which have come from very rudimentary ones where just delivering a service or just reaching an outcome would have been the pivotal and a satisfactory point of the relationship. Today, just delivering is not just good enough. As partners, we are transforming into strategic collaborations and co-innovations, and that is what is the genesis of this whole platform, where we have been helping our clients to do massive digital transformations. Why? Why is this digital transformation so much called for? And why is that cognitive analytics, AI, robotics has become the center point of the agenda? Basically, for three major points. One, acceleration in business model transformation. Today, products are getting digitalized. we are actually having a most disconnected office if ever envisioned. Hence, maintaining the equilibrium of servicing the client perfectly, whereas your staff might not be at all in an office environment to collaborate effectively. So how do you reach that transformation, and going to the new normal is becoming the latest call. With the proliferation of 5G, cloud, and adaptive digital manufacturing, this has been thrusted upon us, especially in the COVID 19 scenario, which would have been envisioned 5 years from now or 3 years from now. But this has been artificially thrusted upon us, and now we have to do the rocket boosting in just about a couple of months. The other core technology initiative becomes that most of your staff is today working from home and is currently under business continuity plan. How do you still go on doing this? How do you still make your staff connected with the organization, keep them cheered up, do most of their mundane work through smarter platforms, thereby relegating them to be concentrating more on customer outcomes than facing intranet and figuring out where to log a ticket and things like that? How do you make it seamless for your staff to get most of the operational stuff done through a very helpful cognitive analytics tool, so that they concentrate on delivering outcomes to the customers which are most perceived and most profitable at our end? That's the reason why the CIO's role is evolving to become a tech-led enterprise with cybersecurity as the foundation. In today's disruptive environment, doing and satisfying the customer is not just requirement. Predicting the customer behavior, helping them to make the journey easier while keeping the staff more productive, becomes the norm of how do you deliver. And that's the reason why I would like to introduce you to the agenda of our webinar today. So after understanding this, we thought, after hearing from many of our customers, we thought one of the ways in doing this is by unveiling the cognitive intelligence through data and experience platform, which we call as the Cindy platform. Now, what is the Cindy platform? What does it offer to our partners and to our clients? And what is the value proposition of this platform to help our clients mitigate the COVID-19 stress situation while delivering the outcomes for our customers? We will explore this in the next 30 to 35 to 40 minutes. But let me start unveiling you the Cindy platform, which I will take about 3 to 5 minutes from now. Then we will move over to unveiling some of the platform tool sets. How have been leveraging intelligent chatbots? How have we been leveraging video analytics to do social distancing, mass detection, and stuff like that on your office floor, on your shop floor, or on your workshop and in your manufacturing outlet? So we have been doing this solutioning for a while, and we would like to bring this cutting edge technology to you and show you a demonstration over that. That will be taking 35 to 40 minutes. And then we shall be moving over to take your feedback and have a discussion of how this could be relevant to your outcomes, and how could this be a good conversation starter to implement practical AI to solve today's stress environments and deliver outcomes to the customer. So let me quickly move on to what Cindy is. So before I move on to Cindy, cognitive is the word which might have different meaning to some of us joining in today. So essentially, cognitive actually means the human skills of common sense, models, abstraction, dreaming, generalization. Um, why are we interested in that? Because these are the human skills which help us locate knowledge, which help us identify a pattern. You might not have seen a particular situation in your life anytime before, but these human skills are actually help you to look at those patterns and come up with a decision. Natural language, machine learning helps collaborate this whole thing and tries to mimic the behavior of a human onto the platform which is designed by AI solutions. And that is what we call as a capability of cognitive services. Now, during how does this cognitive services differ from any other traditional programming background? Yes, three major ways it differs. One, this is a lightweight API based cognitive platform. So what do we mean by this? Um, Here, we are not actually putting much of effort in writing bespoke code for our customers to solve their practical AI problem. A practical AI problem could be, how do I do video analytics for the incoming crowds onto my store and detect whether they are following social distancing norms or not? Okay. Other problem could be, now I have to open my offices, I have to welcome staff, but how do I know that social distancing is being maintained near the water fountain and social distancing is being practiced in the seating arrangements of the company? The same goes on for cases on a manufacturing shop floor. And things like, how can I raise a ticket just by using natural language about my laptop's problem? So these are all smaller and modular services that can be rendered through human activities like typing, voicing, and simple 2 or 3 clicks, which actually render this particular services. And this is what we call as the cognitive services. These are very lightweight API based, because this is not where we start creating a bespoke AI models for the customers to derive those outcomes. We try to stitch in the APIs which are already created in one of the few of the popular cloud services, which stitch through these AIs and create the fabric of a cognitive solution. Now, the other way we differ is that most of this is a licensed offering. So we are very intrigued that today customers are deferring capital expenditure, but they are also being tasked to drive outcomes with AI. How do we help out here? So we do not want to get into a very lengthy capital expenditure of buying GPU based computers to do this. What we do is we use cloud services, and as you know, the cloud native infrastructure, the cloud native architecture, and the cloud native deployment helps us convert capital expenditure into an operating expenditure for running these services on the cloud, on the client's computer network. So once this is on the client's network, this could be rolled out as licenses, which could have a fixed monthly fee of say $100 per month to run an effective chatbot, or a few dollars more to run a video analytics platform, all through the client's place by going through the license model. And since these are cognitive human-like skills and humans don't never stop learning, so with the cognitive skills, they never stop learning. The algorithms keeps getting better and better as we keep using them day in and day out. This is a very strong differentiator between what is ordinarily done in packaged AI software and traditional software. Data and cognitive have a massive potential. We have been using this in healthcare and life sciences, financial services, retail, CPG, media. So a couple of cases where we are using this. In healthcare, we are accelerating R&D by by using the cognitive feature of search, where I could look at some searching of some scientific material in about thousands of 10,000s of scientific documents, which in a traditional way kept it in a keeping it in a SharePoint will not allow sharing at all, even though they are kept in a SharePoint. In financial services, we have been helping risk mitigation by scanning documents and understanding legal terminology of that, and flagging where this could be a risk. Imagine this being these hundreds of documents read by humans, and then trying to flag issues or risk could be a very lengthy and a very costly exercise. So this again is a very big differentiator for cognitive services, that we would like to transform the way the mundane, expensive tasks done by human could now be automated and simply be done through a licensed API stitched model wherein you pay per usage. Similar are some of the use cases for retail and CPG. In retail, as you know today, while we are recovering from COVID-19, We have an enormous task of practicing social distancing in the stores. How do we make sure that all our customers are wearing masks? Physically, it's a daunting task to keep a finger at this, but we do it through video analytics by capturing the video of the IP surveillance camera video, which is an IP based camera, and we do extensive video analytics to give notifications and rich real-time dashboards to do that. My colleague will actually be giving a demonstration on this this morning, and then you could have a look at the details of that. And similar are the cases for media and public sector. So, without going too much of a delay, let's look at what Cindy actually looks at. How do we build this? As Reshmi and I was telling you, Cindy actually is a platform for cognitive intelligence through data and experience. And as I was reiterating, it's currently relies on getting AI based models from popular APIs from the clouds. It is very open standard. You could use, our clients could have a preference of .NET, Java, Python, or any of the SDKs, and we could build it for them. It is easily customizable, and it has very high accuracy because these have been trained on large clusters of computers. Now, what are the areas we deal with? We deal with services related to vision, voice, language, conversation, retail, and knowledge. So let me do a simple one-liner of these services. Vision deals with uh, understanding video and understanding image. So we have a large pharma company which scans in their lab reports, scans in their invoices, and we make automatic understanding of those images and put it across to the graph database, where it could be used for further BI querying and initiating the ERP flow from invoice to cash. Then we have a couple of voice services where we help train the contact center employees over simulation and uh, do a very phenomenal job at giving them a technical score as well as a soft skill score of how they are responding to the customer. This gives the business a lot of analytics to deal with many popular themes like, is it a problem with the product's definition? Is it a problem with the associate themselves? Or what are some of the trends and what are some of the keywords the customer and the associates are using over the calls, which could be monitored very closely. On language, we provide these facilities over 80 to 120 languages for our clients. Thankfully, we have a globalization team which strengthens our capability, and we have effective partnerships which are helping us to provide this capability in 80 to 120 languages. Conversation bots have been becoming very popular. This evening and this morning, I'll be showcasing about how we are using the conversational bot to drive practically every operational outcome with our customers. Retail is something which I'm going to demo too. Now, these are basically the Lego pieces that we stitch through together and drive an outcome to the customer. So we usually look at stitching 4 to 5 components together to drive a complete outcome. And the other good thing is that it can also be a layer on the enterprise data architecture or the enterprise data platform, thereby creating a layer of smart interfaces to the complete enterprise level application. For example, we are working with a large conglomerate to help the employees do queries to the financial data lake by voice or by chat, thereby, and once they have done that, these reports can be repetitive. So that means today if you have pulled out a trial balance report from one of the conglomerate companies, next month when you visit the particular bot, it will remember that you had done a trial balance for the month of May, and it will quickly prompt you that these were the 20 variables you have used for pulling the trial balance. Do you want to retain them by just changing the month or not? So by just 2 clicks in the incremental month, you have just finished your reporting work, which might have taken you quite a while to actually go to a financial data lake and select all these 20 parameters and making sure that none of them have been missed. So these are some of the things which we intelligently drive enterprise automation across large conglomerates. So this applications either stand alone by themselves, or it could be bolted upon the enterprise applications to make them much smarter of a layer to work on for effectiveness. So I will quickly move on to the demos. This is nearingly halftime of this particular demo of this webinar. So this is exactly where I had thought I will bring in the demos now. So first demo, probably I will quickly do an explanation of our Cindy platform, where we create impactful chatbots which do a lot of tasks which are very mundane, which are very becoming expensive to be done by humans, which we want to get completely done through the chatbot. The conversational style and the natural language enhancement to the bots make them much more friendlier and much more stress less once in these kind of scenarios. And then we will move on to discuss some of the other Cindy toolkit Lego pieces, where I will be, apart from many of the tools that we have in the kitty, I'll be bringing up something which is very relevant today, and that is how to establish social distancing and how do we do that with our platform. So now that we have talked about building these Cindy platform tools, and now that I've done about it, let me go to the uh, demonstration of the platform toolset and how do we go about doing it. So I will take 10 minutes here, and then I will give the control to my colleague Krishna Charan, who will then help you understand how do you actually do social distancing in your offices, malls, and all the public places. So let me get to the demo page. So let me quickly get here and open my Cindy platform. Okay, give me a second, please. Okay, so there we go. So let me log in. So this is the platform which we use to create our bots. This is a very advanced platform where we can get to see various options to this. We could either choose, and it makes the real reason why we use a template like this is because it becomes very easy for me to start having these discussions with the client. So I could select one of the themes which we have, and then I could simply get started here. Now there are about 5 to 7 steps which make it easy for me to do this complete bot. So let me create a quick one here. And then I could go on to many options like creating the word cluster. That too, in so many languages, I can start creating the word cluster. Then I could look at the statistics of these bots. Some of the services that I can create, like for example, I could create a service by integrating it with the service now. Some of the push messaging I can get, where the HR or the business continuity team can start pushing these messages. I will just show you in a while what all we can do. One of the best things about creating the bots from our platform is that you can start integrating them with socially renowned platforms like WhatsApp, Telegram, Skype, or even Teams. We are working on the Alexa for a while now, but this gives us the dexterity to be nimble at the outcome of this and integrate it back to the most popular bots, whereby we also start looking at integrating them with the most popular chatbot applications. Now, this is what where most of the brain comes from. So we are quite resilient to heavy lifting around NLP, NLU, all the way to bot services and creating a very rich UI for our customers, change any bit and everything around this. Okay, so let's quickly go down and start understanding the, and once you have done, you will get to a demo bot like this. Okay, now I want to unveil the bot for you. So I have already done most of this work, and let me get to one of the bots which I want to start uh, for you to take a look. So let me log in over here. Okay, so here is our operations bot, which helps us, as I was telling you, helps us, our employees, to be stress-free when they are working and delivering outcomes for our customers. Now, this is one bot which we think can take care of most of the operational stuff, which is needed by any employee while they are working, especially on the work from home scenario. These could help you understand HR workflows, report an IT incident, do real estate and facilities inquiry, book conference rooms, report COVID-19 situations, and of course, keep a finger at the top news. Now, whenever HR or business continuity teams wants to push any of the messages which are of high importance, they can always do the push messaging feature that we have just seen before. So let's go with some of the features for this. Now, this is a super compliant, as I was saying, it is completely NLP friendly. So I could easily say policy, and it pretty much understands what I could mean by a policy. And I could simply go up and check what is the COVID-19 policy documents for my organization over here. Okay, then I could start working with many of these particular features. For example, let me go to do IT reporting, and the very good features about this is that it's also gets support from practically all the popular languages. So I could use pretty much, I'm actually speaking in German here, and I could start posting my IT issue right off the box. Now, you might be a bit susceptible to put these informations through your thing. So you could use an in-app keyboard. So we provide this bot service as an app as well as a web interface. So this makes it a bit vulnerable of keyboard hacking apps which capture your keyboard input. That's the reason why, for all the practical purposes, we have also enabled an in-app keyboard, so that it makes your input super safe to be provided and not use the keypad at all. So I could start reporting any of these incidences like this, and here you go. At the back end, I have created an instance, I have created an incident, and with logic flows, I have assigned that incident, and I have given a reference number to the user. I can go back and ask for help. And then I could start looking at even booking my conference rooms from here if I really need them now. Or I could look at facility information. I could look at COVID reporting. So, uh, uh, so let's look at this. And then this. So let me look at COVID reporting as a case. So it can, you can either go through an health checkup or report an incident. So this incident could either be that you have been tested positive, or one of your family needs care. So you could run down the complete decision tree here, or you could say, because of this, I'm having some problem in delivering my service. And this, how do you keep a pulse of that? So this could help you report an pending issue here. So I am from the disk team. So I'm just sending them my information. So because of this, I might be having a problem with my internet availability. And this is what is making me quickly report this incident and assign me a ticket number with that. Now, how does it help here? One, a ticket has been raised and an appropriate personnel has been designated to work on this ticket, but it also helps the strategic management and the business continuity teams to keep a tab at what most of the employees are communicating. Where are the tickets coming from? How many people have reported issues at work because of internet outages or power outages and things like these? No, I'm demonstrating you the web version of this, but we also have an app version of this. So this becomes a super handy tool in terms of difficult situations like these, where keeping a finger at the employee pulse becomes a necessity for strategic management and business continuity team, whereby the employees also start benefiting from this because super important information like these comes crawling to their app, and it becomes super easy for the employees to create incidences around IT, COVID, or any of the things like over here, along with the help to and its doability with so many languages creates the acceptability across the organization, which is spread across so many countries and so many parts of the world. So this is one of the tools that I would definitely look for as an COVID kit. Now, getting for back to this, as I promised, I'll be actually giving two demonstrations for this. Our enterprise operation optimized chatbot was one, but as we move into the offices back, as our customers start getting to our stores, as our malls start getting filled, we have to also mandate social distancing. It is the onus of the businesses to mandate that. And herein where some of our customers came calling as to if we can help them with some capability with that. So I am now passing the baton to Charan, my colleague, who will help you demonstrate how we are helping our customers to do social distancing at their offices, at their manufacturing shop fronts, at retail outlets, at malls, and places like this. Charan, it's over to you. Can you share your screen and start demonstrating the social distancing solution and monitoring solution, please?
Yeah, Mrinal. Yeah, thank you very much.
I'm stopping the share, so maybe you can take over.
Yeah, sure, sure. Thank you. Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Sharan. I'm a senior data scientist. I work with Mrinal on the intelligent automation solutions. So once again, thank you for giving me the opportunity to demo on the social distancing management solution. Everyone know that world is facing a big challenge due to the COVID-19. Especially businesses are facing more heat. So the only way to carry out the operations is by maintaining a proper social distance. So this inspired us in developing the social distancing management solution. So quickly, let me share my screen. Please let me know if everyone is able to see my screen.
Yes, we can see your screen, Charan.
Yeah, thank you. Hope everyone is able to see my screen. I would like to show you a small video. So this is a retail video which we have taken to showcase the demo. This is a retail store. You can see people are moving in the store to buy the groceries. So in the current situation, the important thing is the store staff need to make sure people are maintaining the good social distance. So what we did was we are taking a live data from the IP camera and we're sending it to our Cindy platform computer vision. So the CV engine analyzes the data feed and gives us the safe and unsafe areas as the output. So this gives a very good insight for the action teams. So let me quickly show you how exactly the output looks like. Um, so this is the output. This is the output we get from the CV engine. You can see our engine has marked some boxes around the people. You can see the people with the red boxes and the blue boxes. So the red box clearly indicates the people are not maintaining a good social distance, and blue box indicates the people are maintaining a very good social distance. So apart from the marking, what we also did is we also would like to show the real-time analytical information. So that is the reason we use the Power BI platform to visualize the analyzed data. So let me show you the Power BI platform. Yeah. So this is the Power BI platform where you can see right now for the demo purpose we have taken the number. So we have taken the violations as per the day. So according to the requirement, you can also configure your violation information as per the days, hours, and minutes. So if you look at the chart here, on the x-axis we are taking the days on the given day. What is the number of violations? On the y-axis we are taking the count of violations. And if you see, you can see something interesting here. Instead of seeing a simple count, you can see something called zone. So zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. So what are the zones? So let me get back to the same output video. If you look at this video, at some places, we are actually seeing violations frequently. So one of the example is at the counter. And one of the examples you can actually see here at the right corner where the kit section is more. So just think of this way: instead of showing the count on a given day or at a given time, what if you're able to show the counts at a low level as per the region? So what we did is we have taken the image. So ideally the video is nothing but an image, right? So that's how the video analysis works. So this is an image at a given point of time. So we have break down the image into 4 equal parts. So if you take here, let me draw something here. This is, if this is my image, I'm going to break down this image into 4 equal parts. So each part is called a zone. So we may think like why we need the zones information instead of just a simple count. So think of this scenario. So by using the zone scenario, what we can do is let's suppose by looking at the video, we are getting clear-cut information like people are there more at the counter. At the same time, if you look at here, the people are more at some section. So if you look at the analytical information, we may get some information like we may see the more violations at the places where there is a high at certain places. The places might be like the products where there is a high demand, just like the kids section, just like the cookies section. So if you're able to give this kind of information, not just the count and as per the Jones information, this gives a very good control for the action teams to take some necessary actions. Like if there are some kind of high demand products are there, they can actually disperse products across various sections so that they can reduce the congestion. At the same time, they can reduce the overcrowding. So apart from, okay, let me get back to the Power BI platform. So this, you can actually see here. Let me clear it down. Yeah. So this is what the Jones information like. It is like on a given day, at the given zone, what is the number of violations we're actually seeing? So apart from Power BI, what we also did is we also showing the real-time notifications through the mobile app. So it is up to the store staff or the store manager how they would like to see the notifications, because if you would like to go with the Power BI, you can go with the Power BI. And if you would like to see the real-time notifications through the mobile app, you can also see here, we are also providing the provision to push the real-time notifications. So let me show you the app notifications. Yeah, so this is my mobile, which I'm sharing on my desktop, and this is the app we have created to push the real-time notifications if there is any kind of violations at the given time. I'm logging in by using some OTP. Yeah. So once I log in, you can see the information here. You can see the same chart we have seen in the Power BI. Apart from the chart information, you can also see the notification history. So in a real time, if the solution is running, you're going to see the live feed data pushing onto the mobiles. Apart from the live feed data, you can also see the historical information of how many number of violations are done in the respective zone. Let me quickly show you a running demo of the solution. Yeah. So I'm going to run the solution on the input we have taken, and let me remember once again. Yeah. Just hold for a couple of seconds. It's going to show up the output. Yeah, now this is our CV engine has starts detecting the images with the social distancing, and you can see the markings as per their social distance. So this is what the HDMI solution. It's like an end-to-end solution where we would like to help the business to keep open at the same time manage their social distances by following the norms. Thank you very much, and Renal, you can take over. Um, I'm stopping my screen share. Renal, are you on mute?
Oh, sorry. I was speaking on this thing. So thank you, Charan, for the demonstration of the social distancing monitoring solution. So as we were talking about this solution, this is just not the implication on a storefront. We could actually move it the same concept from a retail store even to an place of healthcare where there is a long standing queue of people waiting to get tested, or they are taking their reports, doing diagnostic tests and things like that. And rather we can do this to every public place where there is a queuing problem, and test the social distancing monitoring measures out there. This We have also developed a lot more other solutions, Lego pieces, like for face mask detection and reporting, then queue threshold identification. Then we have also managed to make sure if the sanitizer dispenser using beacons, sensors with sanitizing, disposing ability and things like that. These pretty much, and we actually have gone ahead and we could actually go ahead and put a thermal sensing camera which could take the facial temperature of the visitors and could alert in a dashboard which is very similar to the dashboard shown by Charan, where we could also start alerting by the facial temperature of the visitors and only allowing them if it is below a threshold level. So these cognitive platform solutions start helping us to provide the needed AI capability for businesses to remain open in these stress times and be in congruence with the social distancing norm established by the local health agency and the government to mandate these particular things. Uh, Apart from this, this was a social distancing methodology, wherein, but even going inside the organization for enterprise conversational bots, there are a very large variety of use cases that we are working. At the below, you will see notations like 2 to 3 weeks or 4 to 6 weeks. So this is the color marking which we feel that the time we need to start deploying this solutions at your client's place. But at any given time, you saw the ease by which I just created the first conversational task bot, and the ease by which we can start initiating these discussions um, for your prospective clients or for your use cases, and we can initiate this discussion in a maybe just tomorrow, and start looking at enriching this use case over 2 to 3 weeks or 4 to 6 weeks, as highlighted by the color markings on the slide. So this gives us a phenomenal application of cognitive technologies across the spectrum for our clients and partners, to make it easier for them to sustain in these stress times, be relevant, as well as getting to be congruent with the local statutory norms for doing business along with that. So by this, I almost have got to the close of the particular session, where now I could take some of your questions or your feedback or your comments from here, and then help you guide through this process, and where PacteraEDGE solutioning team can start helping you with some of your scenarios and cases. Over to you, Reshmi. If you can solicit the feedback and help us with the questions raised by the people on the forum, we could look to give some clarifications and then do the follow-ups.
Yeah. First of all, thank you so much, everybody, and a special thank you to Rinal, you and your team. I'm sure that there's a lot of hard work that has gone behind this, and all of you deserve a huge applause for this. So yes, moving to the question and answers round, or the feedback. So I haven't received anything on the group chat, but then let's keep the forum open and see if there's any questions that's coming in. I think Antonio is the only one who's outside our team, so
Okay,
probably
no
let's be
problem.
specific.
In case anybody wants to ask a question or something, they can always follow up on an email to us, and
Sure.
then we'll be more than glad to help them with the question or the answer to that. So thank you very much, Reshmi, for anchoring the session. We are very much delighted for your help and support. I thank all the participants who attended and spared 55, 57 minutes of their time to understand the Cindy platform and how it could be relevant to your customers' outcomes, and how it could be relevant in these stress times where businesses are battling COVID and have to do a resurgence of the services by maintaining the health norms as mandated by the governments. So we are here to help you, and we would be glad to receiving your feedback and your interest in our solution kit, and look forward to help you going forward. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Have a nice evening ahead. Over to you, Reshmi, for the closure.
Yeah, thank you so much once again, Rina, to you and the team and the participants too. So as they say, it's literally true that you can succeed best and quickest by helping others to succeed. So hoping with this platform, we can help our customers better, and thus, we as a business all together grow. So thank you once again. You guys have a good day, good evening, and take care, stay safe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Have a nice day.